All right, so we're diving deep today into Nicaragua. We're going to uncover all kinds of interesting things about this Central American country. I think you'll be surprised by what we find.
Yeah, I mean, we really dug into a lot of different aspects, everything from the wildlife to the geography, the culture, even how affordable it is to travel there. I think we'll give everyone listening a really solid overview.
The one thing that really stood out to me, freshwater bull sharks. You find them in Lake Nicaragua.
Yeah.
It's one of the few places in the world where they just live full-time in freshwater.
It is pretty wild. You know what's even more interesting is how they got there. Scientists think they probably swam up the San Juan River from the Caribbean Sea, and then they adapted to the freshwater over time.
It's like imagine being a shark and just ending up in a lake. That's a pretty big change.
Yeah, it really makes you think about how adaptable life can be, right?
Totally.
Great.
Okay, and speaking of geography, Nicaragua has coastlines on both the Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean Sea.
That's right. I mean,
Yeah.
think about that. You can basically go from surfing to snorkeling in the same day.
Yeah, that's pretty much unheard of.
It's definitely shaped a lot of Nicaragua's history, too, from trade routes to the culture. I mean, it's a relatively narrow country, so you can get from one side to the other fairly quickly.
All right, now let's talk about something a little different. In some rural communities, especially during Lent, iguana meat is considered a delicacy.
Yeah, it might sound a little strange to some people, but it's really just about understanding different cultures. What's normal in one place might be totally different somewhere else. And it makes sense, If you're in an area with lots of iguanas, why not use them as a food source?
Exactly. Okay, now for anyone who loves dramatic scenery, Nicaragua has over 19 volcanoes, both active and dormant.
Oh, yeah. And if you're really adventurous, you can even try volcano boarding down the side of Cerro Negro.
I've seen videos of that. It looks pretty intense.
It is. It's a great example of how the landscape there lends itself to that kind of adventure.
Absolutely. So, have you ever wondered where the name Nicaragua comes from?
Well, there are a few different theories, but one of the most popular ones is that it comes from an indigenous leader named Nicaragua.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and then you combine that with the Spanish word agua, meaning water, which makes sense considering all the lakes in Nicaragua.
So basically, Nicaragua's water.
Exactly. You can really see that blend of indigenous and Spanish influences throughout the country's history.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, now let's talk food. The national dish is gallo pinto.
Oh, it's so good. Just rice and beans mixed together. But don't let the simplicity fool you. It's packed with flavor.
What do they usually serve it with?
Well, for breakfast, it's often served with eggs and plantains.
Sounds like a pretty hearty way to start the day.
It is. It's a really important part of Nicaraguan culture.
Yeah.
Shows their agricultural roots, like using simple, readily available ingredients to make something delicious and filling.
Makes sense. So for anyone thinking about traveling to Central America, Nicaragua is known for being pretty budget-friendly.
Yeah, compared to some of the other countries in the region, it's a great value. So it's a good option for travelers who want to experience a lot without breaking the bank.
Definitely. And then you've got these three cities, Managua, Leon, and Granada, each one with its own unique vibe and amazing colonial architecture.
It's true. Each of these cities tells a different story about Nicaragua's past, different influences and periods in their history.
So you can kind of get a taste of all sides of Nicaragua just by visiting those three cities.
That's the idea. And remember how we were talking about the narrow geography? You can travel between the Pacific and Caribbean coasts in just a few hours.
So convenient.
It's really incredible. I mean, you have these completely different cultures and ecosystems so close together.
Yeah, and the Caribbean coast in particular has these vibrant Afro-Caribbean communities, the Garifuna and the Creole people. They have their own languages, music, traditions. It's a whole other dimension to Nicaragua.
That's one of the coolest things about the country. It's a real mix of influences, indigenous, Spanish, African. It all comes together to create something unique.
Yeah, it sounds like a really special place.
Yeah.
And finally, you can actually look into a glowing lava lake at Masaya Volcano.
Yeah, Masaya Volcano is pretty amazing. Not many places in the world where you can get that close to active lava.
It's a reminder of just how powerful nature can be.
For sure. So there you have it. That's our dive into Nicaragua, a country with incredible wildlife, diverse cultures, and breathtaking landscapes.
It's definitely a place with a lot to offer.
It makes you think, how a country with such a blend of natural features and cultural influences can change our understanding of a whole region. Like maybe there are things about Central America that we just haven't considered before. What do you think?
Well, I think anyone listening should definitely add Nicaragua to their list of places to learn more about. There's so much to discover there.
I couldn't agree more.